This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2021 Salem Villa, and its model 40 RL V8. Okay, so let's walk towards the rear here. Okay, so you have a power awning with LED strip. Now the slide rooms are prepped with brackets for slide toppers if you ever wanted to add them. You've got outside speakers, and this is a TV hookup with antenna or cable through and power. Of course, your bedroom door here. 2 LP tanks with an automatic changeover regulator. Deep cycle marine battery. And there's the kill switch for the battery. You can actually disconnect it from the coach if you want to. If you're leaving for a while, you can disconnect it. Well, anyway, you know what to do. The thing is, there's always phantom power being drawn from the trailer by the, from the, let's say, the LP detector, carbon dioxide detector. And so even if you shut all the lights off, it will still drain it down if you're unplugged. So, okay. So we have dump valves here. 2 gray tanks and 1 black. Of course, the black is toilet water and waste. The gray is sink and shower water. This one will be the bathroom tanks, the bathroom gray tank and black tank. And this one is a galley tank, which is gray tank number 2, which is just for the kitchen. Okay. This white one is the fresh water drain gate valve. When you pull that, it'll drain out your fresh water tank, and I mean it'll drain it out quick. It'll come gushing out of there. So, okay. Also, you've got a black tank flush here, so that'll flush out your black tank. So you would put a hose on there. The hose at a dump station on there, and then you dump your black tank first, of course, because it's the dirtiest of water, and then you would dump the gray tank, wash out a bit. Then, leaving your black tank valve open, you would turn on the hose and it'll spray out the inside of the black tank and flush it out really well. Okay. This is your water heater. It's a 10-gallon water heater. It works on both gas and electric. So I just need to show you, the switches are inside, but this switch right here, this rocker switch, if you can see it in the lower left-hand corner, this controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover here. So keep in mind there is a switch here. So, and that's just for the heating element. The gas switch, obviously, that's operated from inside. This is your drain plug. It has an anode rod hooked to it. That's your pressure release valve. Never release the pressure or pull the rod without letting it cool down, of course, otherwise you might get scalded or worse. So keep that in mind. Also, there are bypass valves on the back of the water heater, and so right now we're in camping mode. It's ready to be used. No antifreeze in the system. The water heater is set for camping, and there's water in the system, so it's ready to go. Okay, let me just put this back on here with one hand. There we go. Okay, so these are your water hookups here. This is the most common ways to just hook up to the city water, and you turn it on and you're all set. If you happen to be camping somewhere where they do not have city water, there's no plumbing on the campsite, you can pre-fill the fresh water tank here and use the onboard pump to pump the water. And remember, I told you that that's the valve for the fresh water to drain it. Okay, you've got a 50 amp 30-foot long cord and the reducers to reduce it down. Okay, satellite and cable through. Now keep in mind, you got to inspect every 90 days or so. You want to inspect the roof of the trailer or have somebody do it. The manufacturer recommends 90 days. You're looking for cracking or separation in the sealant. Look to make sure it wasn't damaged by road debris or low branches. None of the vent covers are damaged, or just give it a good look over. Pay special attention to the seals, of course, and when you do see an issue, starts to separate or crack, you get that taken care of immediately. That's one of the most important things you can do as a trailer owner, is make sure the seals are good. You do that and it'll never ever get wet inside. Okay, so this is your control panel here. The water pump I told you about is right there. That will pump water from the fresh water tank. It also is used to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas is right here. Remember I showed you the electric switches outside in the lower left hand corner. These are lights, of course. This is your slide out switch here. That's your fan. These are just lights here. Let me look around a bit here so I can get it. Okay, so this is let's see here. This is your awning switch here for your power awning. Remember, never leave the awning out unattended so it doesn't get damaged by the weather when you're not there. Okay. This is your thermostat. You just hit the bottom bar is the mode bar, so you light it up and then you scroll through the different options: fan, high, low, and cool, auto, cool, high and low, and auto, and heat and off. So try to always use the fan. The fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. Try to use that on auto if you're using it, and try to always use the air conditioner on auto also. Works much better that way. Okay, let's see what else we have. Down here, this is your carbon monoxide and LP gas detector. If it goes off, obviously you take everybody outside and you leave the door open, shut the gas off, and figure out what's going on. Okay, this is a huge pantry. Okay. Beverage cooler. Your range top is let's see here. I assume the gas is on, but I'll check it out. So to spark it, you turn this knob clockwise. All right. So you've got the gas shut off. I'll run out there and turn it on. Look at Sue prep this so I can yell at him. Okay. Let's just walk out to the tanks here. Okay. Wow. That is tight. Let me pull the whole thing off. Turn them on. Just turn them both on because your regulator will change over automatically when one is empty. So it's the best way to do it is leave them both on, and it'll keep you in good supply. Okay. Wipe my feet. Yeah, this one has a bar sink in it too. Also, you see the sticker here? This is where the winterizing takes place. You would take that panel out down there, just so you know. Okay, so let's give it a second to get some gas up here. In fact, I'll open two of them to make it faster. There we go. So you just spark it by turning it clockwise. Now with the oven, it's a little different. You have down at the bottom here all the way to the back, you have a pilot light. I'll spark it so you can see it, hopefully. Maybe not. Either way, what you'll do is you'll take the knob farthest to the right, the oven knob, and you go to the picture of the flame, which means pilot light, and you depress it. You keep it depressed through the whole lighting procedure. Next you're going to turn this clockwise with the other hand until you see it light down here. Once it lights, you still hold this in for another 10 seconds. Then you go to operating temperature, and it'll cycle like an oven does. But when you shut it off, the flame goes out, obviously, but so does the pilot light. So you got to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. So this microwave works like any other microwave, except you have a light here and a fan. Okay. Okay, so that's the range hood also. Your refrigerator is a compressor type refrigerator. Now to travel, you always screw this thing in here so the doors can't fly open and and damage it. You have to get it in farther there. So that's important. You have a fireplace, obviously, and there are remotes for, here, they're over here actually. This is the fireplace remote here. So basically, you can set the temperature. That's the thermostat. Let me get closer, maybe you can see it. Thermostat. Okay, and then you have fan speed. It's on high, off, low, high. So that's high fan speed. It really kicks out the heat at that point. You also have a timer on it. You can set it to turn on and turn off when you want to. You can adjust the flame setting. You can see a lot there. So there's a lot you can do with it. And it's good because you're running off of LP, so you've got a limited supply in your tank. So if you want to just sit in here on a cool morning or evening, you don't have to waste your propane. You can just turn this on and it uses 110. So it's good in that sense. Whoops, I pushed the wrong button here. There we go. So your sound bar, first of all, it plays FM radio. It has 2 zones, speaker zone 1, which is inside the trailer, speaker zone 2, which is outside. You can stream off this USB right here. You can also stream using Bluetooth from your phone or tablet. This is an HDMI in, so if you wanted to, if you had a TV up here and it's run through the TV, and you could set a game machine here or a Blu-ray player here and plug it straight into the system right there. So they, grandkids could use it, or kids could use it on a rainy weekend, something like that. The bottom line is that's how you go into the system right there. Okay, you've got your cable and antenna hookup there. So plus there's all kinds of presets and all the normal stuff you'd have with a radio also. Okay, and this is the remote for it right here. Okay, so your couch is looks like a 3-panel hide-a-bed. Yes, so you take the cushions off and stick them aside. Then you're going to grab it right here, and you fold it out and drop the legs. Then you flip the back down into place, and you got a 3-panel foam hide-a-bed, which is pretty good, especially considering the way they used to be. It's a whole different thing. So, okay, you got 2 theater seats. This is your ripcord here for the footrest. Okay. Alrighty. Keep in mind when you're traveling, you always want to strap the chairs so they don't bounce around and damage something. Okay. And the last but not least out here is well, that isn't what I'm looking for. Hold on, let me look around. Where did it go? Maybe it's in the bedroom. Sometimes in these big destination trailers, they put the power converter in the bedroom. So I bet that's where it's at. While we're going by it, that's your vacuum. You can also step on it. Let me do this right here. Oh, it's not on. Let me figure out what this is. Okay, we'll have somebody who knows better show it to you when you pick it up. But that's your vacuum, your central vacuum, and there's a bunch of attachments in here somewhere too. We'll keep our eyes open for them. Okay. Yeah, here's the power converter here. So this converts 110 AC to 12 volt DC. So you got a regular 110 AC on this side, just like you would see at home, same kind of circuit breakers, and they're all labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here, and their fuses obviously, and they're labeled right here. If they ever blow, they'll actually light up, and you can actually see them through that tinted plastic there. Also, while this is plugged in, it's a battery tender, so it'll send so much energy your battery needs, and always keep it charged up. If it's low, it'll send it 10 amps or whatever it needs. If it's charged, it'll just trickle a couple. So it's smart in that sense. Okay. 2 closets. This is your second zone for your air conditioner here. Okay. I'm sure this comes up in their storage underneath. Yes. So that is your dump hose there anyway. Okay. I'm going to open this one up. I'm still looking for the vacuum attachments. Hopefully you can hear me with this thing here. Hold on. Okay. Well, they're not in here, but anyway, you have two closets here, which is unusual. But I guess nowadays they're really trying to add closet space, and it's, you know, when you got limited space, you gain something, you lose something. So it's a kind of a tough thing. You also have TV hookup here. What they're telling, this is the signal booster here. So when you shut it off, you will not get a good picture over the air. So when you're working over the air with the antenna, you keep that on. The cable doesn't matter, but you keep it on. Okay. What they're saying, this is pre-wired for Wi-Fi booster and a router. So there's also a port or a plate of some sort up on the roof where the antenna goes. And you would have an antenna on the roof, which you'd be able to get better signals from public Wi-Fi. And then there would be a router that sits here or wherever you want to put it, but you get a router also. So the thing is, you put all your family's devices, the password into it, so it attaches to this router automatically. Then when you're traveling, when you get to the campground, you get their public Wi-Fi or the campground Wi-Fi password, whatever, and then you would connect this to the outside to their Wi-Fi, and it's just a really good signal booster. Okay. I think there's like 3 different models maybe, so if you're interested, just talk to the people up front or go to King Connect and look at the stuff yourself, okay? I don't use Wi-Fi or anything else when I'm camping, but I'm, you know, to each his own. People do it differently, so. Okay, so let me look around here. Make sure I did not forget anything. Some more light here. These are just ambient lights, it looks like. Kick lighting or whatever they call it. So, okay, I think I've covered everything. So first of all, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. And I also want to remind you to inspect your seals. Get somebody up on the roof and check it out on a regular basis. That's one of the most important things you can do as a trailer owner. People tend not to do it enough, so make sure you keep after that too, okay? Thank you very much.